Let's talk to David. Good morning, David. Welcome to the Jon Justice Show.
Good morning, John. Hey, John, about prosperity in Tucson. Well, one thing, they need to start paying people livable, fair wages. You want to know what skilled workers make in this town?
Okay.
It's beyond bad. It's probably one of the worst in the country.
Well, how are they going? How is that going to? I mean, how are we going to get there? I mean, how do you plan on increasing wages for businesses that are providing jobs? Forcing them to do so?
No, you're not going to change that. But paying people slave wages relative to what they put out is not the solution either. I didn't know how bad it was until I went to other parts of the country. I'm from here.
Sure.
Originally. And let me tell you something. This is beyond bad. You want to know what some electricians make here? You want to know what some plumbers make here? Let me tell you, it's so bad. You would have to experience it to know how bad it is.
Who's the onus? Who's the onus fall on in that regard, in your opinion? Who carries that burden for not providing what you deem is not an appropriate wage for those individuals? Whose fault is that?
Let me tell you something. This is a right-to-work state. It's been that way before I was ever born. And let me tell you something. If you think that's all right, well, there's something wrong with you, John.
No, I'm asking you, who carries the burden? Whose fault is it that those businesses are paying what they're paying to those employees? Who do you fault for that?
Well, John, let me tell you something. Even if you got a Bachelor of Science in this town, in this city, in southern Arizona, you're going to make thousands or tens of thousands less per year, and that is a fact.
Okay.
Depending on what your major is.
That's that individual's individual's choice. If they don't like it, then they should move. If they don't like the wages, then they should go and find another job.
Hey, John, in other words, you're telling me that ripping people off and exploiting people is a nice thing?
How is it? Wait. If you're an electrician and you chose to do that job at that pay, how is that person being ripped off, since that's what your choice was?
You must have a trust fund or something. Did you come from are you a trust fund baby?
No, I am absolutely not a trust fund baby, and you still haven't answered my question. Who shoulders the burden of these wages that you're complaining about? If that individual... Society.
Whole county, Tucson, southern Arizona. That's why we practically lead the country in poverty and suicide and social problems. And I know the individual's responsible for that choice, but
what's your solution?
Economics plays a big part.
What's your solution?
All kinds of social.
Forcing businesses to pay more?
No.
Okay.
No, you're not going to change Prec's minds. You're not going to change crooks, rip-offs' minds. You will never change a rip-off's mind.
Who's the crook? Who's the crook?
Let me tell you something. Why is it that other parts of the country? I went to Texas. I went to Colorado, and let me tell you, in Texas, you can make twice as much.
Then move there. Who's the crook locally? Who are the crooks locally?
I was born here, John. This is my home.
Okay.
I'm going to fight and change it.
That's fine.
I'm not going to chicken out like so many people. You know, where are you from? Did you leave Southern California or Michigan to come here?
I was born in Southern California. I was here in '99, and I moved back.
Well, you decided to move. You decided to leave your home place. But I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna make a difference and change this place. How are you going to have businesses
raise their salaries? How are you going to do that?
By convincing these idiots that everyone's actions has consequences.
That we agree upon.
Well, let me tell you something.
You choose to get a degree somewhere. You choose to do that job. That's your choice.
These rip-offs in southern Arizona, these dishonest thieves.
Who are they? Who are the rip-offs? Who are the dishonest thieves?
You can be a thief by paying people a very substandard wage.
Give me one.
For the service they provide.
Give me one thief. Give me one thief.
That is a fact, John.
Give me one crook.
You know it.
No, you answer. David, give me one thief. Who's a thief? Tell me one.
Let me tell you, I'm not going to name any businesses, okay? That's not my job to do that.
You're losing all credibility here, David.
But you talk to anybody that's a native of Tucson or has been here long enough, they will tell you that.
Everybody makes choices to do whatever job that they want to do. And in doing that, they choose to have that salary. That's their choice to do so. Your choice, my choice.
This, John, you justify that, right, John? That's why we got this. That's why we got the neighborhoods off First Avenue, Stone Avenue, Oracle, Flowing Wells that look like rundown ghettos south of the border. Huh? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That gets hung strictly on the city council for their inability to make businesses be able to prosper here locally.
Well, you're right. The city council is a big part of it. But let me tell you, when the dollar was worth $1 back in the 70s and 80s, and it was still a strong currency, they were doing that here in Tucson. So I don't buy that crap, John.
I still want one crook or thief.
Day.
All right.
Bye.
You too, David. Although he sounds pretty miserable to me. Living wage is the tip-off on that, by the way. I just want to say, living wage. People choose whatever job that they want to have. People choose to go to college to get the degree that they want. People choose to live where they want to live. If it's better someplace else, then go someplace else. You know, the problem with David, he has no solution. He just wants to complain. Society! Yeah. Well, society voted in he who shall not be named. We'll see how much better things get. It's the Jon Justice Show on 104.1 The Truth.